think the main challenge and barrier to overcome is to try and engage as many people within society in the arts in general. One of my areas of specialism or interest is the visual arts, and a good example is we got funding from the British Arts and Humanities Research Council last year to carry out a cultural value project. And the creative site itself was the Royal Scottish Academy in Edinburgh. It's positioned on the Royal Mile, so central to Edinburgh. And there's an annual New Contemporaries exhibition there of selected emerging artists from Scotland. So a selection panel travels around the 5 different art schools in Scotland, and they select about 60 artists to exhibit in the Royal Scottish Academy. March each year, but for 4 weeks long exhibition. Now we carried out a number of different forms of data collection, from face-to-face interviews, focus groups, to questionnaire completion and so on. But the overarching and typical demographic of the visitor was middle class with some sort of interest in the arts. So that barrier is still there, even though it's in the centre of world-famous city. There were some tourists who did come into the location itself, but the dominant demographic was still pretty much middle class and arts educated or arts interested type person. So in terms of widening access, I suppose it's looking at community-based programs or making the art more accessible, because within that exhibition there were some performance artists, and for those with maybe a preconceived negativity towards that kind of thing, that was going to be very difficult to overcome. But if you actually talk to the artists themselves, they were very engaging and explained why they were doing, not just what they were doing. So I thought that was good. So the trick there is to try and approach the artist, I think, and engage in conversation. So that reduces the barrier.